Good morning, everyone. Hi, welcome. Just making sure we're live. Say hello when you come on. I'm eager to be with you guys today for Embodied Consciousness Day 1. Cool. I see humans. So, I want to take a couple deep breaths together before we start and just create a space of presence and holding. And then we're going to dive in. I'm going to share what we're going to be talking about today. We have 3 days together. We have today, tomorrow, and Monday, Memorial Day here in the US at 11 a.m. Eastern. These replays will remain in the group, so you will have access to them. We'll put them in the guides section so that you can easily access them, and we'll also pin them to featured so they show up at the top of the group for a little while so that you guys can find them without having to scroll and dig. But please, hi Donna, it's good to see you. Oh good, comments are actually showing up on my screen. I'm very excited about this. Look at this, we're not in Mercury retrograde, correct? Yay. All right, so I'm going to be defining consciousness for you today. We're going to be talking about the concept of embodying consciousness and the ways that it can be obvious that you're not fully embodying consciousness, because this is something for any of you who know me and know how I like to work. My name of the game is always sustainability, right? Being able to sustain these things that we're doing in the spiritual realms, bring them into the human form and allow them to inform us and guide us on a day-to-day basis. Otherwise, we can end up in this bypassing court category, all the things, right? Hi, Maria. Good morning, love. So I'm really grateful to have you here with me this weekend, and I want us to really follow the energy. Follow the energy. Allow what naturally comes up for you to arise. Don't get into the head about all of this stuff. If you're somebody who vigorously takes notes, you know, I recommend that you don't, at least the first time around. I think that it would be better for you to experience this. When we're talking about embodying consciousness, it's all about sensation. It's all about felt sense, okay? So I want you guys to really be with it and allow yourselves to experience the sensation of what comes forward with this energy and allow that to guide you. And if it guides you to, you know, shut this video off and go integrate halfway through because that's what your body is calling you to do, then do that. The replays are going to be here. You can come back and check them. You can come back and dive into this material. But it's really, this is about you learning the messages and the signals that come from you as well, because that's how our consciousness is going to rise in a way that's sustainable for us in our own unique way. Hey, Sam, it's good to see you. So let's take a few deep breaths, like I said, and center ourselves together. And then we're going to dive into some of this material. And obviously I have some teaching about consciousness, but I also have some energetic experiences. We're going to start with one today, and then we're going to dive into more tomorrow and the next day. All right. So hi, Heather. Good morning. Hey, Nino. How are you, love? All right. So let's just take a few deep breaths together. Close your eyes. Allow the shoulders to fall back and down. And take a nice deep breath in from the base of your spine. And slowly release. Squeeze all the air out. Another nice full deep breath in. Pause at the top. Sip in a little bit more. And release. And one more just nice easy breath to rest and relax in the body at your own pace, your own depth, your own width. Come into sensation of the third eye, just between the eyes, above the bridge of the nose. Just breathe in and out of the third eye for a few breaths. Allow yourself to feel the cool sensation, the opening, the expansion. And just bringing yourself into a centeredness and a focal point. Setting the intention to receive today. Just receive. That's simple. Whatever's meant to come forward and integrate is meant for you right now. All right, you can open your eyes whenever you're ready. Thank you for joining me in that. So I would love to know how you guys perceive consciousness. Like, how do you define this? Because really, when we look at the actual definition of consciousness, it's the state of awareness, right? Awareness of your surroundings, awareness of yourself, awareness of what's going on in the space between you and your environment, right? It's a perception. And I think what people get confused with this concept of consciousness, and God knows, guys, there's probably a million definitions of consciousness and how people perceive it, which is why I really invite you and encourage you to define it in your own way. You know, I'm sharing what has come forward, not based on my understanding of consciousness, but based on my experience of consciousness, my feeling into. What's up, Mary Rose? Also, you guys, you're welcome, because you guys are getting serious retreat vibes. I just came off of my Embrace retreat, which was absolutely phenomenally expansive. So you're welcome for receiving this frequency that I'm bringing to you now that I've integrated. Sam, feeling more connected to nature. Yeah, that's really beautiful. Yeah, because there's a consciousness in nature. There's a consciousness of our planet, right? There's so many different layers of consciousness. And we're going to be talking a little bit more about that tomorrow, the layers of consciousness. But today, what we're really going to do is come into this felt sense of awareness, okay? Because a lot of people think of awareness as like, okay, well, I am aware, especially when we're doing spiritual practice. I'm aware of how I feel when I'm connected to a higher power, when I'm connected to the Akash, when I'm in deep meditation, when I'm connected to a guide or an angel or my higher self. Like, I know what that, I understand what that feels like up here, right? Like, I get it. I might even get some sensations in the body here and there, but like, I get it. And I have an awareness of when I am looking at things from divine perspective versus when I am looking at things from just my ego mind. So a lot of us have this awareness already. And if you don't, this series is going to assist you with that as well. Because that's one of the ways that we can tell that consciousness is not embodied, is when it's really just existing here in this like, okay, well, what's my intuition? What's my mind? Well, I kind of want to say to you, who cares? Like, have you felt into it? Because it's really about feeling into it. Consciousness is a sensation, right? Consciousness is a felt sense. And it's a felt sense that continues to expand and continues to develop and unfold over the course of time. Consciousness is not static. It's never going to be static, right? And so it's recognizing the unfolding at the same time that we deepen ourselves into the sensation of the unfolding. Okay? So when we're talking about awareness, what we're doing in this series is that we're bringing that awareness into our energy, into our bodies, okay? And our bodies are a great tool to use for this. And that's what we're going to start with today. And then we're going to extend it a little deeper and further tomorrow, okay? So when we feel into this, you're going to come into an awareness that is not a conscious awareness, but is a felt awareness in the body and in the energy field. Okay? And that's the awareness, the subtle energetic awareness that really brings us into embodied consciousness. And embodied consciousness doesn't just happen because you say, okay, well, I'm going to call it in now, and I'm going to call it in the next time I go into an immersion. Embodied consciousness is being able to be in that subtly, sensationally aware space at all times. And we're human beings. So this is a practice, you guys. It's still a practice for me that I'm continuing to cultivate. Like I said, it's an unfolding, right? It's an unfolding. And so it's coming to this with a beginner's mind. No matter how much you know about consciousness, no matter how much you know about awareness, no matter how much you know, understand that if you're here and you've been drawn to this space, you're being invited into something deeper. It could be the tiniest micro shift deeper. It might not be a big shift for you, but at a certain state of expansion, when you make the tiniest little micro shifts, they can make enormous leaps of difference. Huge change. Okay? So, hi guys. Yes, exactly. Ever changing. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for all for being here and saying hello. Okay, so tune into these. Let me know how you feel about these. These are the statements that I placed in the event. So you've probably read them if you're here and you were drawn here from that. But some of the things that are real tip-offs for me when somebody's consciousness is not embodied are these statements. I can't seem to get clarity between my mind and intuition. Okay, my first answer to that to people is drop into the body, right? Drop into the body. And I can't tell you how many people think they drop into the body, but they really don't drop into the body, right? There is a real fear in humanity of being deeply immersed in the body, deeply present in the body, and deeply connected to subtle intuitive awareness within the body, fully distributed throughout the entire physical form. Okay? And the other piece there too is a shying away of belief, like not trusting enough. Okay, which is also going to automatically deepen as we do these practices over the next few days. My intuitive downloads were clear, but they've stopped. That's a big one. I can see things for others so clearly, but I have a block for myself. If you know me at all, you know I don't believe in blocks. Everything is energy. Everything is always moving. We're never blocked. We perceive that we're blocked, but we're never blocked. And it's when you come into that awareness and that trust that you're not going to feel stagnant. You're not going to be in that quote unquote stuck space. I've been meditating for years and still feel so lost and unclear on my purpose. My life is great, but there's a lack of clarity in who I truly am. There's this like, oh, okay, I kind of know who I am, but I waver, right? I've learned a ton of modalities and ways to connect to the divine, but it's not fully sinking in or showing up in my reality. Okay, so these are some examples. And if you have any other ones that come up for you that you feel like you're struggling with when it comes to consciousness, when it comes to your intuition, when it comes to intuitive clarity and clarity in where you are in your growth. Right, Maria, exactly. I feel like my business is never going to happen. Thank you for letting that be seen. And thank you for cueing that too, because that's next on the agenda. Look at you, Maria. You and I are always on point. Always on point, sister. Which is, what's coming up for you right now? Like, tune into the body, tune into the energy field. What is alive in your field? For me this morning, it's shame. I woke up this morning, I got some shame that's releasing. Do I know what it's about? Maybe a little bit. Do I fully know what it's about? I don't really give a shit. Hi, Daisy. Right? Like, it doesn't matter. I'm witnessing it, and I'm giving it space, and I'm allowing it to move, and it's already moved a lot, right? So what is alive for you this morning? Let it be seen. Put it in the chat. Okay? This is step one of starting to get ourselves into embodied consciousness, is coming into awareness of where are we now? What are we not admitting to ourselves that's alive right now, right? And it could be excitement. Who cares, right? It could be full-on joy. But what is alive for you right now in your energy field? Drop it in the comments. I love that, Missy. When I woke up this morning, I had that feeling that you have when you're in love. I love that. Impatience. Thank you, Nino. Sad as fuck. Thank you, Maria. Grief. Thank you, Tammy. Just let yourself be seen. Shame dissolves when it's seen. Because the fact is that every single one of us experiences shame. Every human being experiences shame around all of this stuff. And if we just sit with it, or we don't acknowledge it, or we don't recognize it, sad. Thank you. I'll type mine in so that it's fully seen. So it's being very, very present. Having writer's block. Thank you, Sam. Overwhelmed. Thank you, Heather. And just hold space for each other, guys. Like, this is a community experience. Frustration, but also joy. Yeah, I love that. See, and I love that too. There's the duality, right? There's the duality. Is that we get to hold both. Apathy and a lack of motivation, not even caring about regaining it. Thank you. I feel broken, thankful. Thank you. Can you guys hear me and see me okay? Because it looks like I had a blip on the live stream. Classic with Facebook Direct. Yeah, see? Can you guys see me? Am I back? Shocker. I think I'm back. So just let me know if I'm back. Cool, thanks. All right. So it's letting all of this be seen. Rejected. Oh my gosh, Donna, that was a big one for this full moon. We're still in the full moon energy, by the way, you guys, the full moon in Sagittarius. And if anybody has an interest in the meditation I did for my membership, it was so helpful for this. Yeah, rejected is a big one. And it's good. It's good to feel rejected. I mean, as uncomfortable as it is, it's good because it really turns us back to source and it turns us back to our higher selves and ourselves. Overthinking how to support my son in the human sauce, yet allow him to remain in his natural higher consciousness state. Beautiful, Tammy. Yep. I trust the journey of my loved ones and release attachment to it. My favorite mantra ever. Yep, that's a big one. Okay. So one of the reasons all these things come forward is because we're in the mind or we're in the nervous system, and emotions are obviously all energy and they're coming forward to be seen, and we're here to just be with all of it. And a lot of this stuff is not even ours, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to spend more time tomorrow being with all parts of ourselves that are coming forward, okay? In a very different way than I've done it before. So if you guys have done parts work with me, it's not going to be the same way that we've done it before. Right, Maria? Yeah, the rejection card came up for me this full moon too. Gotta love the Prism deck, the Prism Oracle deck. If you guys don't have that, you need to get it. It's magnificent and magical and also semi-evil. Not truly, but like it's confronting. Let's just leave it at that. Okay. So we're going to feel into the release of energies that are not ours to carry. And then I'm going to bring you into an experience that allows you to feel into the texture and the sensation of consciousness as it exists, okay? And we're going to use color to do that to start, and the chakra system. So this is going to be kind of like a stirring today. We're going to be starting to awaken, because that's part of the definition of consciousness, right? It's like this awakening of awareness. And so what we're doing is we're going to be awakening the awareness in the body and in the energy field and in sensation. And when we start to get more precise in our sensation of sensation, right, we are priming ourselves for what we're doing tomorrow, which is going to be deeper work and is going to be more expansive work. Tomorrow we're talking about presence, edges, and expansion. And I'm super excited about it. Okay. But today we're just going to release some of these energies, ancestral energies, past life energies, societal energies, right? So that we get to leave ourselves with just what's ours, because your energy field and your body know exactly what to do with your own energy. Okay. And so what we're going to do is we're going to kind of cleanse and allow just your truth to be present, so that when we are awakening our awareness and our sensation of consciousness, it's cleaner, right? So that we're able to really feel into our truth and feel into our consciousness and its difference with collective consciousness, which is going to come in day 3, right? We're going to be feeling into that in a way that allows us to feel more purity, right? Feel more purity, because let's be real, we're human beings. Just like Tammy just said about her son, like the human sauce, right? The human sauce. Like we can get so lost in the human sauce and get very confused about what is ours and what's not. Whether we know it consciously or not, our energy field gets confused. Our bodies get confused about what is ours and what is not, right? And we think that we have these emotions, and then we create this meaning in our minds, right? We create this meaning in our minds about like, oh, this is bringing this up because my sister screwed me over when I was 17. And this is coming up because I was sexually abused. And this is coming, all the stories, right? Consciousness is a separation from all those stories, all those narratives, okay? And that's what we're going to be working through over the course of this few days together, and that we're going to be feeling into in a way that gets below the narratives, right? Getting to a deeper layer of change and essence and state of being, okay? All right, so let's get this started. Is everybody ready? Give me a heart if you're ready in the comments. Grab a sip of water if you want. Yes, it's a separation of stories, 100%. It's just being. Consciousness is just vibration. Like it's just vibrating, right? And the beautiful part is that the vibration, the felt sense that we're going to be feeling into over the course of this, is a felt sense that is not coming from the body, is not coming from the heart, which is a part of us in human form. It's coming from the soul, right? It's a felt sense that is emanating from the soul. All right. And we're going to dive more specifically into that tomorrow, into sensation of the soul. Okay. But today we're going to be focusing on just bringing awareness into sensation and awakening the energy. All right. Thanks for all the hearts, my beautiful friends. Let's get settled into this sucker. Close your eyes. Make yourselves nice and comfy, cozy. Move the body so you get to a place where you can kind of sink in and receive. And allow yourself to rest. And just move the breath slowly. Allow your chest to rise and fall. Feel the sensation of the breath as it releases through the mouth or the nose. Allow the shoulders to fall back and down. The jaw to loosen, the face to soften. Relax the forehead. Allow your breath to be slow and even. Bring it to the depth that feels alive for you. And I just want you to love on your body with your breath. Allow your breath to feel like a tool for massage that you're doing for yourself. And you're bringing in this breath to massage the body. To massage the energy field, that egg-shaped aura that exists just around the body. Breathe in the textures of your own essence as you breathe in the energy from your own field on each inhale. And allow that to provide massage and medicine for your cells, your organs, your systems of the body, your chakra system, your mind, your heart, your womb space. Allow the next few exhales to release out the ears so you can release the mind. And allow yourself to really rest now without focus. Just relax and breathe. Sink in. Be with any parts of you that arrive right now. Any thoughts, any feelings, any sensations, just notice them as thinking, feeling, or sensation and allow them to move. Allow them to be there, allow them to move in their own natural flow. And as things arrive, place them into bubbles. Place them into bubbles that you allow to just kind of float and hang in your energy field. Allow your breath to ground deeply into Mother Earth. Allow your breath to extend down through your root, all the way down into the core center of Mother Earth, feeling your anchoring in her unconditional love, feeling her warmth rise up into the body on your inhale, and really stabilize you, really fortify you. Feeling your spine like a tree trunk from Mother Earth growing up in through the spine, and just holding you, supporting you, And just breathe up and down the spine to solidify this. And as these bubbles are rising in your energy field, we're going to attach a cord to each one of them. Attach a cord to each one of these bubbles and allow them to connect all the way down into Mother Earth, wherever you want them to connect in Mother Earth. They could be in the root system, they could be in the crystalline caves, they could be in the waters, they could be down in the core, they could just be in the soil, wherever you want to put them. Connect these grounding cords to these bubbles and allow, you can do it one at a time if you want, or you can do it collectively all at once. Allow any energy that is not yours to drain down these cords into Mother Earth. Take a nice deep breath in and allow them to release. And just continue to breathe as you allow this energy to move. Any sensation or contractions that come up in the body, just breathe more deeply into them and send them down these cords. Send them into these bubbles. And I'm just going to send you guys some Reiki. Clearing any past life connections, any ancestral energy that is no longer yours to carry, or that is just ready to be lightened, shifted, transmuted, heightened in frequency. A lot of past life stuff here today. Not much ancestral, but I'm feeling a lot of past life stuff with this group today. And it doesn't matter what these past lives are, you guys. Like, don't get attached to that. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that we're creating space for our own truth, for our purity, our own clean energy. Continue to breathe slowly and deeply. We have some ancestral energy coming down from soul family, like coming down from the Akash, like soul level ancestry, not necessarily beings that have incarnated on this planet that you've known before or that have been part of your bloodline, but souls that have been part of your soul's connection and family since the time your soul first sparked, way before this lifetime. Some of that energy coming in, so I'm just giving that some space. Allow yourself to breathe and receive. Okay, that was just like a presence and an infusion and an activation for each of us. Just kind of welcoming in higher versions of ourselves, higher layers of ourselves. And lastly, we're going to clear any societal energies that come up. This is where a lot of resistance and tension can come into the body, and frustration and hopelessness and confusion. So allow whatever comes up to come up and just put it in a bubble. Give it its own space. Allow it to drain. These are all the narratives of what you're supposed to be, of what you're supposed to be doing, of how you're supposed to operate, of the ways of who you are that feel like they just don't fully resonate with you, or they're holding you back, or they're boxing you in, or they're pissing you off in some way, or confusing you, or making you feel shame or doubt. You get to construct your own narrative, your own pathway. Every single one of us is here for that. Release any codes around defiance, around exclusion. There's so much held in the nervous system about fear of exclusion, of being kicked out of the community, of being cast aside, of being banished, abandoned. Allow all of that to drain. Allow all of that to go into bubbles and to drain down its own cord. These are heavier energies. They're bigger energies. And they're multi-layered. They're not going to go away in one fell swoop. But we're going to clean up what's meant to be clean for this experience. And you can do this daily if you want. So you can come back into a remembrance of who you are and what you're here for. And that's not going to be something you consciously know. It's going to be something you feel, okay, by the end of this experience. Nice deep breath in. Keep sipping. Allow a nice big release out. And now we're left, right? We're left with all of these energies that are our own, okay? And these energies that are our own, I want you to take all of them and I want you to fold them into the heart space. And I want you to breathe in and out of the heart space. And if you want to use a physical motion with this, like I'm doing, you can, where I'm kind of tipping backwards and opening the heart and then folding forward with my breath. Just kind of this contraction and expansion, like giving birth, right? Like we contract and then we open, and we contract and then we open. And this is how we move things through our field, right? This is how we move things through our field emotionally. We feel a contraction and emotion, and then we open up space for it and it moves through the field. And we trust this natural process of contraction and expansion. We don't have to make ourselves wrong or anyone else wrong for this. And coming back into your hands being in prayer pose at your heart space. Whenever you feel ready, you don't have to do it right away. Just contract and expand as much as you need and just come back into center. Allowing your breath to move up and down your spinal cord. Noticing if you can breathe wider and deeper. And if you can't, go back to the contraction and expansion experience until you come back to a place where you feel like your breath is moving more openly and freely and widely. And now we're going to start breathing into the sensation and the texture that we're going to feel in the body. Okay? So I want you to feel into the textures and the physical and emotional sensations that arise in the body and the energy field when you're breathing in these colors of the chakras, okay? So we're going to breathe into the root first, which is right at the base of our spine. Take a nice deep breath into the root and release. As we breathe into the root, I want you to visualize the color red. Any hue you'd like. I want you to feel into the sensation of the color red. Try not to see it. Try to just feel it. To feel into the color red at the base of your spine. You can visualize it as a big disc. It can be diffuse. It can be waves of red energy. It can be an ocean. Whatever comes to you is fine if you're visualizing something. You don't have to negate that. But most importantly, I want you to feel into, what does red feel like? There may be sensations that come up as resistance or as trying to find clarity. You can come into that contraction and expansion breath if you'd like to around it. To move out any resistance, allow the energy to shift into pure sensation of the color red. Moving up to the sacral space, which is right in the womb area, just below the belly button. We're bringing in the sensation of the color orange. Allow this to emanate through your entire womb space. Move the body. If the body desires to move, move the body. Feel into the sensation of orange. Continue to bring yourself back to its feeling, its texture, its temperature. Allow yourself to breathe through any contractions and allow yourself to come into the pure sensation of orange. Moving into the solar plexus, just above the belly button, below the heart. Feeling into the color yellow. Feeling into the texture of yellow. Feeling into the temperature of yellow. The physical and emotional sensation that might arise. Don't search for it, just allow it to arise. Let your body guide this. Let the breath and the energy and sensation guide this and respond in kind. Move the body, open the body. Stretch into it if you need to. Create space with the breath so you can feel more yellow. So the yellow can shift if the yellow wants to shift into different shades, different textures, different richness and depth. Can you taste it? Can you smell it? Can you hear it? Take a nice deep breath in here and allow a nice release. Moving up into the heart space. Feeling into the color green. Feel into its texture, its temperature, its richness, its depth, sensation, its pace, its aliveness, its wealth. Its movement. Feel into its essence. A nice deep breath into the heart space. Move or touch the body however you desire. And moving up to the throat. Feeling into the texture and the sensation of the color blue. Expand it in the throat. Offer it space. Feel into its temperature. Feel into its awakening. Moving up to the third eye, breathing in and out of the third eye. Bringing in the texture and the sensation of indigo, violet. It's kind of like a purplish, bluish energy. Allow the hue to arrive to you. Allow the texture to inform your sensation. Feel into the edges of this chakra and feel into the expansion as you continue to breathe into this space. An expanded indigo violet. Allow this sensation to become really descriptive within your energy field, not within the mind. How is the energy describing it to you? Feel it. You don't have to know it, just feel it. How is it showing itself to you? How is it unveiling to you? And moving up to the crown, just above the top of the head. Whatever arrives to you, arrives to you. This could be a rainbow of colors. It could be crystalline white light. It could be champagne. It could be golden. It could be platinum. It could be diamond light. Let this be what it is. Let it show you its texture and its sensation. You may feel this one ripple through the entire body. Allow yourself to receive here. Release all effort. Release all tension in the body. Come back into prayer pose at the heart space. Just find centeredness as you breathe up and down the chakra system from the base of the spine up through the top of the head. Just allow your breath to rise and fall. Finding a center. Feeling into a knowing. Feel into the sensation of knowing. Breathe in to your prayer hands with the sensation of knowing. And breathe out, opening the palms to the sky to release. Turning the head to the sky. Breathe into your knowing with your palms coming to your heart. And breathe out with your palms upward and your face turning toward the sky. A few more of those. Allow your breath to go deeper and wider on your inhale. And to release further on your exhale. One more. And now just come back to a hand on the heart and a hand on the lower belly. Nice easy breath with the eyes closed. Feeling into an honoring and an appreciation of yourself for this practice, of your soul family participating in this currently or on the replay. Find a place of rest. Feel into the energy that's been cultivated within the body and the energy field. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes, take your time, and let me know how you're feeling in the comments. I want to know how you're feeling. Get some water if you need to. And while we are reflecting here, from a 0 to a 7. Yay. I'm just dropping the link for this event because if you guys didn't know, you can sign up. It's free, obviously, but you guys can sign up and you get entered into a drawing to get a free Akashic, like customized card reading from me. So if you didn't do that yet, I just want you guys to have the opportunity to do it. And I'm going to pull that on the last day, so FYI. I was going to drop that at the beginning, but I was too focused on breathing and coming into a centered space, so you're welcome. Okay. Thought about the emerald tablets of Thoth chakra meditation. Oh, I love that so much, dude. I got the emerald tablet card. What was it, last week, I think? I love that card. Thank you, Destiny. I love that. Just feeling into that vibration. Thank you so much. And that's another example here, you guys. Like, she drops something. I'm not just going to read it. And I don't just read anything and attend to it on like, oh yeah, that's cool. Thank you. Like, that's a cool experience. It's like, I feel into it. And that's part of embodying consciousness. And this is why, you know, conversations can take longer. Meetings can take longer. Your answer to somebody can take longer because you give yourself space to feel into something and allow yourself to really, like, I really want to connect to Destiny on that. I really want to feel her energy. I want to feel not even her energy, but the energy she's bringing through her vessel, right? To share with us. Like, I want to feel that. I want to be in communion with it. I want to be in space with it. So that's just another example. Okay. I feel a clean line through my chakras as if their energy is moving together at the end of our meditation from the crown chakra. I felt that too. It was as if I were in a waterfall of pale champagne in my light. Oh, I love you, Missy. Yes. Champagne was what I saw too. Yeah. I love that. I felt the same thing. Like this, almost this like straightening of my, like sitting up a little taller, right? Like, you know, like a lightness of being and like a balloon on the top of my head, kind of pulling me upward at the same time that I'm super grounded and anchored. That was very relaxing. Thank you, Sarah. Feeling more balanced. Thank you, sister. Needed this. A Gemini, grounding more. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm an air sign. I'm a Libra. So, I've been feeling the Gemini energy myself. Thank you. Calm, clairvoyant. Accepted. Nice, Tammy. I love that. Nino, vibrating. Restless from positive anticipation. Oh, I love you, sister. That's how I feel too. I feel all the things. I feel that centeredness, right? And that groundedness and that elevation at the same time that I'm just like I'm so excited for tomorrow. And you guys, I literally said to myself before I started this, I was like, I want to do it all today. Like, I'm like, I know myself. I know I get excited. I'm like, I'm so proud. One thing at a time, Laura Mazzata, right? We're going to do the rest tomorrow. Still nauseated. I felt nausea 3 times during this. I felt it in the root. I felt it in the solar plexus. And I felt it in the sacral. So that's where that like contraction expansion piece comes in. Like, just give it space. You may need a lot more space. So you can go back to this or just go back to it in your own mind's eye, right? Or in your own experience and give yourself some space to be with that so that it has the room to move through. I feel a little floaty. High. Yep. Good. That's what, so I just got back from my retreat, and that's one of my favorite pieces of feedback from my retreats every year is like, wait, there's no plant medicine here? How do I feel this way? How do I feel this way? You got me to this state without plant medicine? It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. I'm like, yes. You can feel completely stoned without doing any substances. 100%. Yeah, so that's good. I feel a little bit like that too, and grounded. So Nicole, do you also feel you're grounding, babe? I want champagne, Maria. That might not help the nausea, Maria. Missy, yes, and during the meditation, I was having chills as I was cleansing each chakra. I didn't know where I was going. Ooh, that's cool. Cool. And we don't have to know where we're going, right? We just trust, which I know you do beautifully. Felt Mary Magdalene's energy now, which is so cool, Sam. Yes. I brought in that embodiment. Well, that embodiment, it was already there, but it was made aware to me during my retreat too. So she comes from my heart space. I felt a golden liquid. Ooh, I love the elixirs, like melted gold. Ooh, Tammy. At first it didn't want to pour, but then it poured around a capsule surrounding me, but gently seeped through to pour all over. Oh, that is so yummy. Thank you for offering that medicine to us. Oh man, do I love that. Oh, I love you, sister. You're so powerful. Dude, this I love because this is something that I did for somebody in my retreat too, where like I was doing Reiki attunements because I do Reiki attunements and certifications on my retreats. And for hers, she had this huge freaking energy coming in. So I put like a funnel and a filter above her crown because I was just like, dude, this is meant to kind of drip in little by little. And that's kind of what you're talking about here. It's like this seeping, right? Like, and this is important for you guys too. Like, you don't have to go at the pace that the universe comes in guns blazing, like, oh, let's just give her all the things because she's open, right? Like, you get to allow it to absorb and come in at a pace that feels co-creative, right? With your body, your nervous system, your vibration, and that of heightened consciousness and that of divine realms, right? And so I love these kinds of visuals and these kinds of sensations that come in around, you know, this like dripping in of consciousness. Alignment is almost like a feeling of a release of a huge amount of endorphins, only it's spiritual endorphins. Yeah, it feels really good. My lower chakras were definitely feeling bubbly and tight earlier. I know I'll be giving them more attention. Beautiful. Most notable for me was my blue was ice. I need to keep working with the molten gold liquid to melt it. This is beautiful for you, Tammy. I'm obsessed with what's coming through you right now, babe. The sensations and feelings, sometimes not easy. Yeah, Nicole, yeah. It can take some space, but I honor you deeply. I honor you deeply for, thank you, Sifu. You're right. We have DMT and other drugs inside your pineal gland, and other glands come in naturally. You don't need plant medicine. Thank you. Yes, Sifu. People might think I'm on drugs and stoned all the time, half the time too, which is why Sifu and I get along so well. But you can literally even call in the vibration of plant medicine, people. Like, you can be like, hey, I want, like, if you're being drawn to like do ayahuasca or mushrooms or something, just be like, hey, guess what? There's a vibration for everything in the freaking universe. Everything. Call on the vibration. Play with that first, dudes. So anyway, back to Nicole. I would encourage you to ground or have a snack after this, or just come into like hands on the body, right? Like, just come into hands on the body so that you can really distribute that floating energy. Because when we come into embodied consciousness, and you're going to feel more of this tomorrow, you're going to feel more groundedness in this tomorrow. But when we come into embodied consciousness, we really want to pull it down into the body, right? Like, allow that floatiness, give it more space. Like, be with it. Go outside if you need to and kind of ground while you do it. But be with that and give it space to just kind of distribute through the whole body, right? Like, bring it all the way through, because that floaty is kind of like consciousness existing from here up. And we like that sensation. We can have that sensation as long as we also have the sensation of grounding, right? For sustainability and really incorporating and integrating this into like embodied consciousness, like full body consciousness. Like, I am a divine being walking this planet, and I interact with people and situations from divine perspective in a way that's very, very grounded in my human, right? So both are present, but it's a practice. So give yourself some space and just honor yourself for being here and being present with us. Thank you. Destiny, Blue Rose, Lady Aphrodite, Venus, Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, yes. Yum, you guys. My sacral chakra had a lot of resistance, and I really had to rotate my abdomen and work that. That's what I did. Missy, yeah. As I was breathing and contracting, it started to move, and then it glowed. I love that. Yeah, I started just like move my hips as soon as I got there. It was just like, yeah, I'm like titrating it. You know what I mean? Nausea is heavy. Any thoughts on this would help, please. Does anybody have any sensations that are coming forward for Maria to support her sensation of nausea. Remember, it is a sensation of nausea. What if you didn't call it nausea, Maria? How would you describe it? What if you didn't call it nausea? And you just breathe into the belly. Breathe into that area. And expand it. And allow it to drain out the feet on your exhale. What if it didn't mean anything? I'm feeling the back of the neck. That's where I'm feeling this is coming from. So I'm just clearing that now. There's a lot of tension in the back of the neck. What's the opposite of aching, Maria? What's the sensation that feels opposite of aching? Can you guys hear my children on their Alexa? I'm warning you, T-Swift might blast in a minute. It is a Saturday and my children are home. I feel opening, Maria. The opposite of this is opening, allowing yourself to open. I feel a resistance to opening here, babe. Isis, Earth Star Chakra to Soul Star Chakra. Thank you for the reminder. Our ancestors are still in our cells and DNA. Embodying our consciousness is honoring their wisdom. So beautiful. Yes, exactly. 100%. That's really beautiful, Destiny. Thank you so much. And, you know, to honor that. Well, I like that, Nino. I do like that because there is an excitement. Thank you, Sifo. Thank you, Sifu. I love you. There is an excitement for Maria for opening, but she's hesitant. I love that, Tammy. Thank you. Missy, one of my favorite things that you offered in one of your tapping sessions was that my ancestors no longer need to carry this. I'm releasing them and sending them love. Right. So I love this because I'm putting this together with what Destiny said, which is that our ancestral energy is always going to live with it. We're not going to get rid of our ancestral. We don't want to rid ourselves of it, right? But we also don't want to unnecessarily carry that which no longer serves current and future narratives that we're not fixated on, that we're not attached to, but that are going to arrive to us undoubtedly, right? And so it's about both. It's about taking responsibility for our own vibration, which is also going to carry and hold some of our lineage, right? Soul lineage, bloodline lineage, backwards, current, forwards, right? So we're not trying to get rid of that in any way, but we are coming into bolder, cleaner, purer responsibility of what is ours, right? And some of that is going to be interlaced with our ancestry. So it's about being with both, anchoring both. Yes, a need for spiritual vomiting. I have so many feelings around this for you, Maria, but some of it is personal. I'll send you a voice note. All right, guys, I love you. This was really beautiful. Is there anything else you guys want to share or ask before we close up today? Tomorrow, we are going to... Hi, Sherry Jones. I love you, baby. Of course I'm glowing. I just came from the Embrace Retreat and got to hug you. Nino, I'm seeing a bowl with dark metallic liquid. Ooh, I like that. I like your visuals, Nino. I'm proud of you. Okay. Tomorrow, we are going to be doing, going back to my notes so that I don't, presence, edges, and expansion. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about tomorrow, you guys. Again, tomorrow's going to be deeper. So I want you to, don't eat a lot of food before you come to this, like within an hour before you come. Drink water. Hydrate, get some good rest tonight. Maybe even do this outside tomorrow if you want. I know here in New York, it's a beautiful, beautiful weekend. And again, if you have not signed up for this event to get the emails, do it, because, what was I going to say? Oh man, the whole link didn't work. I'm going to put it in again. Hold on. Okay. Sign up because you guys are going to get entered into a drawing to win, or to win a reading, a customized Akasha card reading for me. So, and I want you guys to get presents because they're fun. So you can do that. And of course, Sherry Jones, I love you. Nicole, what can I do to help fine tune these practices? Tune in to day 2 and 3. Tune into day 2 and 3. Have you, do you have a regular meditation practice, Nicole? I'm feeling nature for you, babe. I'm feeling you being in nature today or tomorrow morning before we do this again. I also feel like for you, be with each one, like start with the root chakra again, go back through this, start with the root chakra again, and then just pause the video and stay with it. Like do one at a time and really integrate one at a time instead of feeling like you're doing the entire chakra system at once. And you may not want to start with the root. You may want to be like, oh my gosh, Laura, like I loved the yellow or I loved the green. Great. Start with that. Start with the yellow. Start with the green. And just be with it. Bring it into visual. Bring it into sensation throughout the course of the day. Some people will get, like, there's a million mindfulness apps out there. That's what I did at the beginning, where you set mindfulness bells that go off and remind you, check into the body, you know, what is the sensation that's coming forward? Or, you know, invite the sensation of the color green or whatever color it is, and just start to become accustomed to the integration and the sensation that's arising in that. And just being a very casual observer. I don't know, guys. It's Facebook. This is why I like to go live on Zoom in here, but they took that away. So it's being like an observer, like a very non-judgmental observer of your own energy and of your own sensation that's arriving throughout the day, and just being curious about it and noting it. Right? Okay, Nicole, I'll say it again. Thank you for telling me. I know. It's just this going live on Facebook thing. Okay, so what this is you taking the chakras one step at a time. So you can do one chakra at a time in the video, in the replay if you'd like. Do one chakra at a time. Or you choose which color felt the best to you, or felt the most resonant, or felt most alive for you, and come back to that, right? And allow yourself to bring it in throughout the day. Set a mindfulness bell, allow it to go off to invite you into connecting to that sensation, and just being an observation of the sensation that arises throughout the day for you as it comes in interaction with other people, without judgment, right? And just being conscious of what's arising in the body. And that can be, so it's two separate things. It's being aware of what's arising in the body, but it's also being conscious of calling in the color and the sensation of the color that you're drawn to, and like integrating one at a time. You don't have to do the entire chakra system like we did today. Pick one and feel like, okay, I really get this sensation. Like it feels embodied. You'll know when it feels embodied because it's kind of like, all right, I got this. I'm kind of done with this, you know? So play with that and let me know how you feel. And then obviously come back for days 2 and 3, because that's going to continue to serve deeply what, the process and what you're meant to receive and integrate to make this feel complete for you. Okay. Cool. Destiny. Yeah, exactly. Beautiful. Thank you, Destiny. I love that. We can always do things in our sleep. Always a beautiful suggestion. So thank you. All right, guys. I love you. I'm going to see you tomorrow. I'm also going to upload this to YouTube. And with the few blips today, I may shift this over to a YouTube live. I'm not sure yet. Because I'm just kind of Facebook Lives are special flowers sometimes, you guys, with the technological glitches. So I'll keep you posted. If you sign up for the emails, you'll get notified, and we'll obviously notify you in the event. So make sure you hit going in the event in this group so that any updates when we're going live can get posted there, okay? And thank you for being here. And if there's anybody that you know who would appreciate this and would like to receive this medicine, you can share the link with them as well. And just receive this beautiful weekend as we come together in community. So I will see you all tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and have a beautiful day. Bye.